Okay, good enough. Hey everybody, my name's Joe.
I am also Joe.
Who's playing on his phone. This is
What
SNES's
are you
life.
talking about?
Today we're going to be playing Faceball 2000. Kill all the emojis. Or Lego heads. I think they kind of look a little bit like Lego heads, but... Or some of them do, I guess. Not all of them, I suppose. Maybe the original
They
Lego
kind of look
heads.
like earplugs with faces.
That's also not an inaccurate statement. So yeah, Faceball 2000, put out September 1992, September 30th, is actually based on a game called Midi Maze, released 1987 for the Atari ST. And then basically got ported to the Game Boy and then got reworked entirely for the Super Nintendo, turned into a split screen game. So it's kind of an interesting thing.
I need to clean my glasses.
Just clean glasses.
Well, my thing is in there.
So let's take a look at the cover art. Obviously, we're already looking at the cover art, but what do you... I mean, they're earplugs with faces.
It's Faceball 2000.
It is Faceball 2000. It got a new title when it came over to Nintendo.
Is 2000 can't be the year, right?
No, it's 1992. I just said that.
No, I mean like, you know how some games take place in...
Oh, yeah, I think probably in the story world it's 2000. I don't know. I love fiction because it always assumes we're going to be way the hell ahead of where we are. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've done some amazing things as human beings, but yeah, Faceball is not one of them. So
I don't think Ready Player One is too far off.
I mean, maybe. Produced by Bulletproof Software, so there's an awesome company. Let's take a look at the back of the box. Back of the box. So we can see here our 4 1-inch screens.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it doesn't show what I would call a lot of promise, graphically speaking.
It looks kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it would be. It says, welcome to the exciting new world of Faceball, where 3D graphics, first-person perspective, and 360-degree maneuverability make you feel like you're inside the video game. Yeah, I don't know about all that, but that's what they claimed anyway. 41 levels of mazes.
Ooh.
Sizzling 16-bit color and sound. Hey, Cam, how's it going? Good evening. How are you two tonight?
Sizzling.
We're doing great. Let's take a look at the manual. I did find a
craving,
manual for
like,
this.
Meat, like a steak.
We had dinner. You chose not to eat.
I was not hungry then. Now I am.
So, instruction manual is pretty basic, as you can see from here. Introduction, forward. Enter the fantastic world of Faceball 2000. Experience the greatest virtual reality sport of the future. Players from all over the globe enter the arena where participants can compete against the computer or each other in contests of skill, bravery, and survival. Test your skills to the limit by entering the cyber zone. When you begin Faceball, the interface assigns you a holographically assisted physical pattern yielded for active computerized embarkation. A happy face.
I feel like the Cyber Zone is a tech version of the Thunderdome.
Stay in your way of the Smiloids, programmed to pursue you relentlessly.
Assisted physical pattern yidded for active computerized embarkation.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said. So
Yeah,
we get your face options, you get your controls, your layouts. So up at the top, you have your health. You have 4 health, happy face, straight face, sad face, or basically you're about to die face. So keep an eye on that. You will heal over time if you avoid getting hit. A shoots your pellet. This is kind of like reverse Pac-Man. It's Pac-Man versus Pac-Man, except instead of eating pellets, you're shooting pellets at each other. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so yeah.
I don't like that ball on the screen.
Yeah, well, you better get used to it. We're going to be looking at it for a little bit. So left, right is left, right, forward. LR is smaller increments of left, right. A shoots. B opens and collects a pod in the cyber zone if you find like bonus pods. X will put up a map without pausing the game, but you can also hit start to pause the game and that'll show you a map.
What opens the pod?
B. I didn't program the game, bro. So sometimes you see there in the manual there's like a pod instead of a happy face.
Right.
And those have power-ups in them. And there are quite a few power-ups. Here it explains your timers and lives. There's all your power-ups. You get shields, freezes, camo, life, sensor coins, armor, weapons, speed-ups. Lots of power-ups available in the game. You can do 2-player. We'll try a little 2-player here at some point. You get your shooter. These are your enemies. The enemy Smiloids.
I have a feeling I won't actually dislike this game that much. I feel like it might be fun, just graphically.
It doesn't look great.
Not looking forward to it.
That's alright. So, shoot me, a Smiloid. Shoot me too. I shoot you. I shoot you too. Turkey, Gremlin, Wally, Rover, and Bouncer are the Smiloids that you'll be fighting. They are the computer Smiloids.
They had some issues coming up with names for those first 4.
Look, I'm appreciative that they have that many bots with different ability patterns. Like, for back then, it seems like a pretty solid output. But, whoop, that was the wrong way. And then you get some tips. Keep moving. You're an easy target if you stand still. Practice moving and shooting at the same time. It's possible to dodge long-range shots, weave from side to side. You recover lost hits with time. You'll hear a ping when you heal. Try peering out from around a corner, taking a shot, and then retreating around it again. Okay. So you want to go ahead and get us in there, Bubsy?
Sure. What's it called? Faceball?
Hey, Rob, how's it going? I shoot you in the face. I mean, that's basically all this is. Wait, why would the bot ask for you to shoot them? As the name so states. You shoot me? I mean, man, I didn't program it, you know. We're rolling here.
The mic can pick that up.
Yes, your mic can absolutely hear you popping your knuckles. Way to go.
Oh.
God, that didn't sound great.
Oh, it's not going to pop the other side. All right. Oh, there it goes.
So I want you to hammer out some 1-player for a little bit, and then we'll do some 2-player stuff. You can do Cyberzone or Arena.
We'll just go Cyberzone. So A is shooting, right?
A is shoots.
Training. Maybe it's going to teach me.
I don't know.
Games weren't exactly fans of tutorials.
You're in Honolulu. Not that you'll be able to tell because you're in a weird maze. Shoot them all.
Oh.
You got hit, son. So, down at the bottom, you see your status. You got your tags. That's the number of dudes you need to kill. Once you kill that many dudes, that black wall will disappear, opening a portal to get out of the level. Your score.
I don't.
And then the number of lives you have, obviously.
That's a lot of slowdown.
Is it? I think it's just a bad... I don't know.
What? Where do you go?
There you go, and you can turn around and leave now. Left. There's your exit. Good job. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Ha ha ha! That face says a lot about your initial thoughts. I will say this about the game. I remember looking at this in the video store all the time as a kid, because sometimes you just get what you get left at the video store. I never played it as a kid, because nobody ever rented it. And that fact alone, along with the terrible screenshots, honestly, on the back of the box, led me also to never want to rent it.
Ow.
You're getting drilled, run.
Who's blasting me?
I don't know, but they are blasting me. You healed a little.
Yeah, 1 point. Don't you run away from
You
me,
healed
sir.
again.
What does this do? Oh, that is such a slow move.
Yeah, the L and R moves you a little slower.
It's not slower, that's for sure.
There, you can leave now.
Okay.
You're doing fine. Good job.
Oh, I'm in Vancouver. Looks the exact same as Honolulu.
Oh, eh? Welcome to Vancouver, eh? We're gonna take some pork and beans and some Canadian bacon. Hey, it's gonna be a good time. The maple syrups. I'm a horrible racist.
Ow.
Did you get shot or did you hit the wall?
I don't...
Well, now you're gonna get shot.
Does hitting the wall do damage?
I mean, I wouldn't think so, but... Oh, that dude, like, disappeared.
I have the power to make things go out of existence. What the... Well, that dude's not having a good time.
I shoot, too. Oh, he's one of the other enemies. So some of them you have to shoot a lot more. Where'd that instruction manual go? I shoot you, too. Moves and shoots randomly. His speed is slow. His attack is shot or touch. His reload is slow. He has no sensor.
I don't remember how to...
So you can shoot faster now, apparently. Good grief, man.
Yeah, alright.
Get out of there. Get out, Billy. Why don't you get shot a bunch?
Have to kill 8 dudes?
Get to work.
Ooh. I don't like you. Oh, sir. Oh, it is.
I mean, I guess you gotta consider, like, back in its time, this probably was fairly impressive, graphically speaking. There weren't a lot of first-person view, like, shooty games. And they did release a version of Doom for the Super Nintendo, and it was terrible. That's a fact. I don't know how many times you gotta hit those bros.
That many.
You put like a green hole in the wall. Armor. You can leave now. Run away! Right turn. There's a lot of Smiloids flying around the level.
It's a gremlin.
Gremlins are...
Ow!
Gremlins are... It says basically a guided missile. They have average speed, but they have to touch you. So in other words, they're going to come flying at you. They took one of your lives.
Gremlin says, have a nice day.
Man, they're smoking you, dude.
I can't, like, hit them.
Have a nice day.
Man, they take so many hits. They like... just come
Hey, you
straight
killed
after me.
one. Oh, I told you, it says basically a guided missile.
Just sit here. Fine, right? Yeah. Oop. Just... I think eventually, right?
You got
Got it.
Must have done some damage to him on the way when he was walking back and forth. Music's not terrible anyway. Ah! Ah!
Man, if I get hit, they just respawn.
So the Cyber Zone, the object is to complete 41 levels. The arena, you can play a single game against other players or against the computer. The first to score 10 kills wins, basically. You can choose to compete against each other. When you do 2-player, apparently you can compete against each other or on the same team. So that's kind of neat. Ow. When the team score reaches 10, the team wins. There's no effective play. Team play may be turned on and off the option. Doing alright. As long as they only hit you occasionally and don't kill you. Too close. Too close again.
Well, I need them to like lock on to me, otherwise I can't hit them.
Figuring it out. Nope, he got you. Gotcha, Billy. Boom.
You need to like barely get into their range and then immediately back out.
Well, at least they appear just to hug the outer walls, right? Like,
I think there was one dude in here, but like I killed him, and as long as I'm in a certain range, he won't respawn, I don't think.
One kill left. There you go. You're on your way out. Run for it. Bonus level, City Bank. So this is just a bunch of pods, I think. All you have to do is run around and get them. Yeah. You want to get everything you can. Not entirely sure what you get from the bonus level either.
Coins, apparently.
Yeah, but what the hell do they do?
Points, I guess.
Pod drones. Cyber Zone is divided into 8 zones. Each zone has 5 levels plus a bonus level. The Master Smiloid is located on level 41. Bonus levels have no Smiloids, just pods with power-ups and points. Get as many pods as you can before time runs out. If you complete a bonus level, a silver screen appears. It shows what type and how many pods you picked up. It shows the percentage total pods that you took. So yeah, I guess those were just points, I guess. Dude came out of nowhere. Gremlin. Got him. Nice. Freeze gun. Actually, what was it? Freeze all smile. Oh, all the enemies froze for a while, basically, until that stop sign goes away. I think.
That's cool. I'd love to see some enemies.
Oh, someone's right behind you. Look at you, making haste.
I don't like it.
Don't care for it, huh?
No.
Not so far.
It's not bad, it's just kind of boring.
Your initial estimation was that it would be fun.
Yeah, that
You mean
was indeed what I originally thought.
said, I think I might probably actually like this game.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Man, they can't all be winners.
Gremlin.
Look. Is it... Is it Pit Fighter bad?
No.
No.
I said it wasn't bad. It's just
Not great.
boring.
Is it on the same level as Ultraman?
No. See, like, you're naming games that are bad. Like I said, this isn't bad.
It could just be better.
It is boring.
It's just boring.
Oh, that's a big dude. I don't like that.
Gremlins are after you, son. Apparently he got killed, homie.
Your turn.
Why is it my turn?
Because I died.
God, all the way back at level 1. Brutal.
Yeah, I didn't save state at all.
How'd that dude come from? I don't like the fact that they spawn, it seems, in the middle of nothing.
If you could choose the way you die, what would it be?
Wow. Haven't we discussed this?
I don't think on stream.
I mean, probably not. I mean, it depends. But, like, I wouldn't mind going to, like, Mars. I mean, the first person to Mars basically has to acknowledge they're probably going to die on Mars, right? Like, they're not coming home.
Probably not.
But, depending
Maybe
on...
a one-way trip. Likely.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
mean-
Maybe not.
I mean, depending on,
The
you
first
know-
person to step foot on the moon came back.
Yeah, but that wasn't the first time we went to the moon. I mean, we'd gone around the moon a number of times before we figured out how the hell to get onto it. I think... I mean, depending on what I have left tethering me to Earth, you know, like... Assume your mother passed away before me and you and your brother were grown up and married or whatever. Like, I got no reason particularly to be here. It'd be cool. I'd be alright going to Mars the first person there. Be like, send me with a bunch of scientific stuff you need me to set up, and then when I die, I'll be okay. Besides, you figure the first person to go there and die gets a statue, right? Like, for sure I'd get a statue. Don't you think? Like, I'm not making history any other way, man.
I mean, you could. You could get, like, really buff and become the world's oldest bodybuilder.
No, dude, there's already a number of oldest bodybuilders. And that would require me to go to the gym. I hate the gym.
Why?
Because the gym eats what little free time I have. Anyway, answer your own question. How would you die?
If I had to choose a way to die, I think it would be something like Mars. And that's a really
Doesn't
good.
seem so bad,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Like you go on Mars, and there's a lot of things you could do on Mars and be the first
How
person
the
to
hell
do
did
it.
that prick not die?
He has 5 hit points. The
Well, that's
flashy ones have a
stupid.
lot.
Oh, you bastard.
Have a nice
Oh,
day.
you had unlocked it as well.
What the hell is it? For real sakes. Alright, how about this? Would you rather choose when you die or how you die?
You are.
Have a nice day.
Someone must have been behind me or something.
I think I would rather choose when I die. Because to an extent, that makes me immortal.
Yeah, I don't know that I would want to be immortal, frankly.
Well, but you choose when you die, so you could be like, alright, I've had my fun, don't want to be an immortal anymore. And then it's like, I want to die in like 3 minutes. And then look at that, you've died. Or are you talking like, right now, I make a decision, and sometime way out in the future, I die? Whenever I have decided that day is.
I don't know, I guess. Cam says, but Joey, would you do it under any circumstances or just whenever for how you die?
What do you mean? I'm confused as to what they're asking about. I'm not sure if they're talking about the Mars thing or choosing when you die. Because depending on the way it works, I think I would choose the when I die. Because if it works like I can just be like kind of immortal, then I think I would choose that. But if it was I had to choose a set day, then I don't think I would.
Rat
But
bastard.
I could choose a day like just a couple years older than the oldest person alive, right? And then
Those dudes don't die quick, do they?
then I could go out and do like anything I wanted within the limits of money. And since I'm only destined to die on that specific day, I'd be able to do it.
You know,
Given the idea that hopefully I don't get like terminally ill and stuck in a hospital for the rest of my life.
alright. You don't get to choose when you die, but you get to choose how you die. How would you die?
Probably Mars. We already discussed that.
I mean, okay, that's great. I thought of another great option, though. You get to pick how you die. So die as a hero, like saving like a plane full of people or a bunch of kids from any, I don't know. Pick something ridiculously amazing. Like, I die saving 1,000 people by diving on a nuclear bomb and somehow absorb all the radiation. Something ludicrous. Cam says, like your dad said, if your mom was gone, y'all were growing up, would you have circumstances or would you just take it whenever and accept your death then? He's saying, would you just choose to die after everyone you love died?
I think with the Mars thing, like obviously I don't want to die.
I mean, who does? Let's do some 2-player.
But I think given the chance of going to Mars or Jupiter or any place like that, I would have already made my peace knowing that, like, hey, there is a chance.
Jupiter would be pretty cool.
Except that you technically can't stand on Jupiter. You could go to Juno.
I say hit one of the moons.
They're
Alright.
working on it.
So 2-player, I think.
Satellite to Juno, I think.
So you go to options, and you can put us on a team or not. So team play. So now we're both on the same
Can
team.
change my face and name.
Oh. These are all the options.
I like that one. The red one's kind of scary.
Like you can have the bottom. You can just be a mouth.
Oh, I don't like the red dudes.
I wonder if there's any difference about how much more difficult it is to hit somebody. I'm gonna
I
go with
doubt
that,
it.
bro.
That's your name. I'll be the lower half of the Roblox head.
That's what we are, Roblox heads.
I was saying something. I forgot.
Wasn't that interesting?
Probably not.
I am Bad Joe. Alright. So Arena is just the first 10 kills. Or we can do Cyber Zone, which is, you know, the actual game.
Well, let's go ahead and try Cyber Zone.
Sure.
And then if we die, we'll go to Arena.
It's going to be split screen madness right here. Ooh. Oh, my pellets are green. That's
Okay,
awesome.
you know what? It's not that bad, except I think there's more slowdown. I wonder if I can shoot you.
No, if you're on a team, shooting each other doesn't do anything. It said that in the book. Oh, you bastard.
Oh, right. It was the hero one that you had said.
Oh, okay, being the hero.
If I choose a specific way, is it possible that
Why am I on top now?
that choosing that I'm
Oh,
on
I'm
top?
not. You were aiming at me.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
If I choose to save someone using a superpower, does that mean I get that superpower?
Only when you save that person. Like, I can't absorb radiation all the time. Only when I jump
Only
on the
when you
nuclear
do that?
bomb, yeah. Like, otherwise it's just cheating. You can't be Superman for your whole life. You can only be Superman for the day. The day that it occurs. Only at the very moment.
Or does that, like, is it only at the very moment, or does it just mean sometime within your lifetime
that
you'll
moment.
get it? How do you get it at that moment, then?
Divine intervention.
What deity would give someone a superpower for that purpose?
Well, I don't know. Deities are screwed up. Oh, that was you. I died!
Nice day.
You kind of suck at this.
Yeah, I'm not very good. I'll tell you. Oh, I respawn.
Oh, yeah, you have 3 lives. I don't know. Taking an atom, like an atomic blast to the face, that's kind of cool. I think. What is the way that you could get the most famous by doing that? Theoretically, like, couldn't you set up something to happen and then save them? In the sense of saving them is you planned it all. So while you are saving them, you were also the one that put them in danger.
I mean, I
'Cause, like,
guess you're
you
choosing that to happen, so sure, that would also be equally your
Have a
died.
nice
Jesus.
day.
Because you could, like,
Almost
set up
garbage.
something really, really bad to happen so that a bunch of people,
Why? Why did it
would
spawn
die.
next to like 5 guys?
and then stop it from happening and save all those people.
Bastard,
So is
get
that
out
really
of there.
heroic?
As heroic as it needs to be, I guess.
I've been messaged.
I don't even want to.
Ooh, gremlins. Ouch. Oh wait, that's you. You look like a gremlin.
The hell hit? Oh, you hit me, huh?
Look, you go left, I'll go right.
Okay.
Ow. Ow.
Thanks for absorbing those hits for me.
You're welcome.
Ow! I didn't even see where that one came from.
Behind you, probably.
That's stupid. Ah! That's not fair. They're so much faster. God, for God's sakes.
Have a nice day.
Cam says, what if it went wrong because you were trying to cheat the system? I didn't want to cheat the system.
Well,
That
then
was a
I
you
guess
thing.
that's kind of karma for it.
Karmic justice.
If I try to cheat the system and I end up getting the short end of the stick because of that, then it's kind of my fault.
True.
I don't like the shadows. It's just a box. It's kind of like a health bar.
Gremlins suck.
Hit twice. Can you stop it?
They're so damn fast.
I got one. I have to kill 4 more. Ow. 3 more.
Alright, how about this? We didn't clarify how you die on Mars. You're gonna die on Mars. How are you gonna die on Mars?
I lost.
None of these are gonna be pleasant. You're on an alien planet, so you're either gonna starve to death, die of thirst, die of old age, die of asphyxiation. Like, none of those are really keen on.
I would do as many things as possible to try to get me to be, like, the first person to do said thing.
I mean, the first person to Mars is kind of big.
Right, but, like, the more things you do on Mars, the more of a name you amass for yourself. So, like,
you could be the first one doing everything.
So, yeah, exactly. So I would do as many things as possible.
That's how I would die. How long does it take your body to decompress? Like, if you took off your suit, how long would it take for you to die?
Not very. You would freeze to death on Mars.
Would you live long enough to pee?
I actually talked about this with one of my
I would like to I'd be the first person to piss in the sand of Mars.
I was talking to someone
can't believe
about
this is
this, and
something
that
you
was the
brought
first
up.
thing I thought of.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, I would get on Mars and then pee on Mars. I'd be the first person to do that. And
Accept
then
your
die.
destiny, son. You are my clone. Come to the dark side. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, let's do arena. This is just the first person to 10.
Oh.
Oh, you get set. So I up to 6. The gremlins are very easy. I don't think the gremlins are very easy. They're ridiculously fast. Cam says, Joey, what is it both you and your dad talk about peeing on Mars? By
That's
the
who
way,
I
I've
was
lost the game.
talking to.
Oh, was it? Well, you know he comes by it honestly anyway. What were we talking about at dinner? You basically had the same thing. And I was like, you're my son. You and your brother, I think, agreed.
It was when Louis was chewing with his mouth open and I threatened to throw a pencil at him.
Oh, yeah. And I threatened to stab a guy in the eyeball with a paintbrush. Yeah. Yeah, you're my son. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Tiny maze.
Not much of a map there, yeah?
Oh, wait. I think we got to choose. Well, too late now. Where am I? Oh, I'm against a wall.
Gremlin!
Oh, I am going to die so quickly.
Whoa!
The bouncers.
No! Someone hit me in the back.
Probably gremlin. They move. Ow, ow, ow.
Ah! It's the blue guy.
The blue guys are very
I
different.
think we're still on a team, aren't we?
I don't.
Ah, we both bit it at the same time. Why would you start me facing the wall? What a terrible game.
They did that to me.
Bad. Oh my god, there's like 6 dudes here.
Yeah, I probably should not have said it with the max amount of guys on this
No, you
last
should.
map.
Oh, Jesus. It's all downhill from here, boy.
Have a nice day.
Oh my god. You put me right next to the bad guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think we are on a team.
Hey, we won.
Yeah.
Apparently. We're team bottom face.
That's my character. I think it just shows whoever got the last kill. Oh. Alright, let's do one more game. Oh, it doesn't let me choose.
Ah.
Stop
The
shooting.
blue
me.
guy's behind me or something.
Ow. The
Yeah,
blue
he
guy
is.
was definitely behind us.
For sure, dude. He was smoking our bags.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, I got you. Have a nice day. I died.
Ooh, not blue, sir. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, blue sucks.
Have a nice day.
Apparently you can't shoot while moving backwards. Oh, well, I guess you can. It wasn't doing it.
Have a nice day.
I think I killed blue. Nope, he just ran away.
Bait him around the corner. I'll shoot him when he comes around.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
For you.
Have a nice day.
Great for me.
Have
Oh
a
my
nice day.
How many lives do we get?
I think in the arena you just keep going.
Have a nice
I don't know if the bad guys can collect 10 kills or not.
Have a nice day.
Well, I
That's
guess
you.
we'll find out.
Blue bastard.
Ouch.
Jambo the genie and the blue meanie. It's a bit of a rough game.
What time is it?
9:40. We got minimum 10 more minutes. Go to no. Can we change the map?
I don't want gremlins.
Yeah, take a bunch of turkeys. Sure, I guess.
There we go.
Okay.
We'll do one.
You only had one last time. You just smoke us.
I think I had two.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, sure. Can you press left? And yeah, there we go. Different maps. Good lord. Yeah, let's do that.
Spiral. Oh my gosh, there's actually quite a few maps.
Yeah, there are. Well, there's 41, assuming that these are the same maps that are available. Hey, Mini Maze, that's the one the game was based on. Let's do that.
You have a blue dude right next to you.
Oh, one.
Stop back. I'm really trying to hit him. Oh, he's after me now.
Bastard. Blue sucks.
Yes.
Have a nice
He does.
day.
He laughs too. He's like, ha ha, have a nice day. Oh my god! Why do you always start me facing the wall? Stupid game.
Have a nice day.
Blue's the son of it, ain't he?
Oh, you turn even faster if you hold L and turn left at the same time. It's not much, but it's faster. Oh,
Blue is a bastard. Like, why is it starting right next to me? What a punch that is. Where'd he go?
Have a nice day.
no, I'm on my way.
Alright, that's about all I can take of that. It really is. I'm sorry. It's. Let's discuss graphics.
Not great.
Not great.
I think it's
They're not the worst.
interesting because this is like the first game I think I've seen do this.
That's the perspective. First person shooter perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
At least for the SNES.
Yeah, I think it might be the last one you see too.
Probably with good reason.
Well, you know what? I bet there's a port of Wolfenstein and Doom on here somewhere. I wouldn't be shocked
I know there's
at that.
a port of Doom. But
Yeah, but the Doom one came out way late in the lifespan, I think. Let's look that up real quick. Doom for SNES. 93. Actually, it's only like a year off from where we're playing right now. Wolfenstein. I don't know if it got port on Super NES or not. Yep, apparently it did. So we'll get to Wolfenstein and Super Nintendo eventually too. Yeah, I mean, is it atrocious? No, but it sure ain't great. It looks okay at best. It's pretty basic.
I think it's a cool idea,
Yeah, it was an
but I
interesting
don't
idea.
think the SNES is the proper system to execute a first-person shooter game.
No, it's not. Sound. Music was okay.
Yeah. Did it change through levels?
No.
Okay. I didn't think it did.
I could tell. It's just the same music over and over again. Pretty lackluster, frankly. Again, it's okay at best. At least it had music. If it didn't have music, it would have been the worst.
Oh.
Gameplay, like you mentioned, there was some slowdown that I'm not a fan of.
And it was an already pretty slow game.
Right. One of the things I didn't like is when the enemies would respawn, they could respawn on top of you. I don't like the flashy dudes because I don't understand what the hell's going on there.
They just take more hits, and when they die, they give you a power-up. And that's why they take more hits.
Well, that's stupid. I don't like it. Your dude is slow, and he shoots slow. And then when you first shoot, your projectile takes up like a chunk of your screen. And so you kind of can't see for a second until it gets further away. All the animation's very kind of choppy, like move,
Jittery.
move. Yeah, jittery, I guess that's a good term for it. Your thought?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said earlier, it's not a bad game per se. It's just,
Not
in my
great.
opinion, kind of an annoying, in a sense.
Annoying.
With, like, the gremlins and the blue dude. And then, other than that, it's just kind of boring. Like, there's nothing more to it. I don't get any enjoyment out of playing this. It's just,
I can't.
I'm playing it.
Could you imagine playing 41 levels of that?
No.
That would be terrible. Yeah, I couldn't do that for 41 levels. That's too much. It's an interesting concept, like you said. It's neat. It's a neat idea. It's just not executed particularly well, unfortunately.
I think they
So-
probably executed it as best as they could. It's just,
Yeah, I won't argue that.
like I said, the SNES is not the console for first-person shooters.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. I think it's not a terrible game. It's an interesting idea that they wanted to test. What's really interesting is this came out for the Atari, which you never played an Atari. But I owned an Atari. It's not a system I ever look at buying again. Although, to be frank, I did see an ad the other day on Facebook. The guy had an Atari and like 60 games for it, and he was only asking $100. And I really thought about it. And then I chose not to. Because I think even the old CRTs I have in the other room wouldn't run an Atari. Like, it I think, had like the metal prong thingies. Yeah, you don't even have a clue. It's that old,
I have
homie.
no clue.
So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say thumbs down to Faceball 2000.
I am also going to give it a thumbs down.
Yeah, sorry, Faceball. You took it in the face. It's kind of unfortunate, really. Oh, well. I mean, what are you going to do?
I thought it would be fun.
Huh?
I thought it would be fun.
Yeah.
It was not.
I was hopeful that you were right. I had a fear that you were not. So, I guess since we got a few minutes left, let's look at the docket here. We've played Axelay and Faceball 2000. The last 3 games we have are Dino City, which is a side-scrolling platformer. Pacific Theater of War, which I believe is a top-down like strategy game. So you remember that War of the Three Kingdoms game, the top-down like strategy game that you said you were kind of interested in doing?
Yeah.
The feudal Japanese one. Yeah, so this is that, but it's like the Pacific Theater of Operations in World War II. So I don't have any idea how that works. Then we got Roger Clemens MVP baseball, so we got some baseball coming up. Today is Sunday. What do you want to play on Wednesday?
I kind of want to play baseball.
Baseball? It's been a while since we've had a baseball. We can do baseball. Sounds good to me. That gives us time to try and read the instruction manual for Pacific Theater. because it is, I'm sure, going to be a complicated game. Of course, baseball, I couldn't find a freaking instruction manual for.
There never seems to be instruction manuals for sports games.
I mean, really, what do you need? You hold B. You hit B. A lot. I mean, primarily speaking.
Yeah, but we always find manuals for, like, shoot 'em ups, and
That's true.
you hold B.
Maybe because shoot 'em ups are cooler. We've given a number of baseball games thumbs up, actually.
We've given a number of sports games thumbs up.
We have. It's because we're playing against each other. I couldn't imagine playing any of those by myself. I'd be bored to tears.
CPUs are usually really good as well.
Yeah, that's true. So Dino City is based off of a TV movie. I'm gonna try and find it. I don't assume it's a good TV movie, but it's based off a TV movie.
Oh dear, that looks like kind of like a Yoshi.
Kind of, yeah, I could see that. Anyway, so that's it, guys. 2 thumbs down, Faceball 2000. We'll be back Wednesday night with some Roger Clemens MVP baseball. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.
See you guys.